Hey everybody, it's a beautiful day here in the Willamette Valley, and I'm here to share with you some pretty exciting news. In 2013, I bought a Chevrolet Volt with a V. That's a plug-in hybrid. I think it was EPA rated at like 28 miles of electric range. But I only worked about 9 miles from my home, so I'd plug it in, go to work and back, maybe go to the groceries, do a couple errands. Never use fossil fuel. And I encourage folks to don't use gasoline, the word gasoline. Don't use the word diesel. Don't use the word natural gas. Use the word fossil fuel or the phrase, the words, because that's what it is. It's fossil fuel. Just call it what it is. Don't be bashful. So I had that car to about 2017. I think I averaged like, I don't know, 125 miles per gallon or something like that. And as a plug-in hybrid, you can go anywhere. I think with a full tank of fossil juice and full battery, I think it had like 350 miles of range or something. Don't quote me on that. But the vast majority of the time, 50% of the time, I was running on clean, powerful electrons. I loved it. And come 2017, I took a job that required I don't know, it's about a 100-mile round trip commute, 50 miles each way. And about that time, Chevrolet came out with the Bolt EV with a B, Bolt EV. And I was one of the first ones to get one in Oregon. And it's now, what is it, December 2020. And I've got almost 80,000 miles on that car. Taken it to Seattle many times, from greater Salem area, greater Portland area, Portland, Oregon. Taken it to the other side of the state. This is a wide state. Taken it out to Ontario before. And never ran out of juice. People get all freaked out about this range anxiety. There's actually a lot of chargers out there. You just have to stop and think a little bit before you head off on a trip. And there's an app for that. And off you go. And one of the things I really enjoy about the Bolt EV is it's fast. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've blown away a Dodge Hemi from a stoplight with the Bolt EV. And it only cost about maybe $7 or something, $6 to fill up at home for over 200 miles of range. That's not bad. And what I've really come to appreciate is the quiet. The quiet is just fabulous. And it's really one of the reasons why I enjoy driving electric vehicles so much. And other strange things happened after driving a plug-in car since 2013. You might be able to hear the cars on this road next to me. You don't realize it, but you're really immune to the smell and the taste of this fossil fuel that's burned all over the place. Now, in the Bolt, the 100% electric car, if I don't have the climate control on recirculate, and there's some bad fossil fuel car in front of me making a stink, I turn that recirculate to, hey, settle down, puppies. I turn that circulate down to a fresh, I'm sorry, I turn the fresh air to a recirculate because that fossil fuel is terrible. Okay, so here we are in 2020. I started driving an electric vehicle in 2013. And yesterday I did something that advanced my transportation, that will advance my transportation efficiency probably 300%. I put a deposit on a car called Aptera, Aptera. Look it up. The top of the line Aptera has 1,000 miles of range. 1,000 miles of range. Are you going to get range anxiety? I don't think so. This two-seater is hyper aerodynamic. And that's really what the range is all about. Most your cars, trucks, SUVs, campers, whatever, they're basically boxes. You're just pushing a box down the road. And that's not very aerodynamic. And hence they get pretty crappy mileage, really. 30% of what you put in your fuel tank just goes out the tailpipe. Waste it. It's not moving you down the road. Just think about that. Every time you fuel up, 30% of every dollar, or 60%, pardon me, for every dollar you put in your fuel tank, this goes out the tailpipe. And what triggered me in 2013 was and there's a confluence of things going on, people. Confluence of things. In 2013, global CO2 concentration reached about 400 parts per billion. It's been several hundred thousand years or more since that concentration has been seen before on this beautiful planet Earth. And you know why? It's that 9 gigatons of fossil carbon dioxide that we pump into the atmosphere that gives us this concentration in our air, and the greenhouse, and the climate change, the melting glaciers, and the forest fires, shifting growing patterns of crops, differing snowpack levels that will impact crops and people, sea levels that are bound to rise, impacting hundreds of millions of people globally. Yeah. So these confluence of things resulted in me in 2013 to get a Chevy Volt. The technology was available, so I went for it. I went from a vehicle, I don't know, maybe got 30 miles to a gallon to 100 something on average. I made the choice. I took personal responsibility. And I think that's what we all have to do. And nudging from governments. People have to be nudged because we all get fat, dumb, and lazy. We do. I'm no different. So that was when I started. It was 2013 when global atmospheric CO2 reached 400 parts per billion. I'm not sure where it is today, but it ain't good. So to make my change, I bought this. I put a deposit on this Aptera three-wheeled vehicle with a safety cage all around you. I got the all-wheel drive model. That's going to be as fast as some of the Teslas, 0 to 60 in a little over 3 seconds. Hello. And 400 miles of range. And they do offer a 1,000-mile range model. And they all sold out on the first day. I figure 400 miles of range ought to be enough. I can go from Salem, Oregon to Ontario, Oregon, right on the Idaho border. And I think that's pretty damn good. So my intent here is to start a kind of a video vlog of my Aptera adventure. The car won't be delivered until next year sometime. All things working well for the Aptera company. So I'll have time to share with you updates. I encourage everybody to take a look at the car. And if you're ready to make some changes in your life that'll be impactful to your children, to your grandchildren, to your great-grandchildren, and for 5 generations beyond, take a look at something like this. You'll never have range anxiety. Oh, and did I mention this? The Aptera has a solar option. There's solar cells built on top of this thing, and it doesn't look clunky. There's no flat panel hanging on this thing. They're built into the skin of the vehicle. In sunny climates, you can get 40 miles a day free from the sun. I'll repeat that. You can get 40 miles a day free from the sun. That all has to do with efficiency, because most cars are just boxes, just trying to move boxes down the road and push all that air out of the way. And it's hard work. It costs a lot of energy to push air out of the way. That's why they make airplanes the way they do, and that's why submarines look the way they do. That's why birds look the way they do. They're trying to maximize their energy. Aptera, the car, takes its name from the Greek word aptera, which means wingless bird. This car is designed to essentially fly through the air. But, it has wheels. And it's going to be revolutionary. Absolutely revolutionary. And I'll put a couple links down below. And one of the links I'm going to put there is a discount code. And if you use the discount code, you'll get 30% off the deposit to reserve one of these. And of course, it's got, there's like an autonomous option that you can order. There's 2-wheel drive, there's all-wheel drive, there's an off-road option, and a tricked-out sound system. I got the tricked-out sound system. So yeah, that's this is the first installment of my Aptera vlog, and I look forward to sharing more with you later. Take care.